In any case, let's move on to the Ezra Miller situation. So, this is something that came out almost a week ago, almost, about Ezra Miller. It was a video that shows the actor grabbing a woman by the neck and kind of forcing her to the ground, not like super hard, but kind of gently. And so, upon watching it, you had your people thinking like, "Oh, this is fake," and then you had people that think, this is real because a lot of times, let's just put it in perspective. The video is just like not even 10 seconds. It's very short. It just shows him grabbing the woman by the neck, putting her to the ground, and then the camera goes down and it cuts off. So right there, it would lead people to believe that it is fake because from the distance, it looks like Ezra Miller, but it could be somebody else that looks like him. And then with the video being so short, which comes into question, why is the video so short? If something like that is happening with an actor, anybody that has a camera that is like recording it is not about to sit there and record 5 seconds of it and just go, cut the, no. People aren't going to sit there and try and record as much, get a good facial shot and all this stuff. And people, you're going to record a lot more. So that was one of the other things that was really suspicious about the video, is that it wasn't a clear 100% look at his face to be like, yes, that is Ezra Miller. It was still a little cloud of doubt to where it's like, that could be somebody that looks like him, but it's not him. So that on top of the length of the video led people to believe that it could be fake, even though a lot of people really believe that is him. So it comes out that it was actually him, and that basically he was at a bar, something happened with like some fans or whatever. He was approached by some fans, and I guess somehow, some way, they got pushy, and that altercation happened to where he grabbed a woman by the neck and put her down. Now, from what I read, is that the bar that they were at, he is basically kind of like a regular. He's been there before multiple times or whatever, and because it was a bar, the first thing that leads to my thinking is that he was probably drunk. It wasn't anything. I mean, just kind of like going into certain things that I've learned recently about Ezra Miller, is that he's not a good boy. He has some sketchy times, run-ins with the law and blah blah blah. But he's not a straight A student. He is a person that has some type of stuff going on with him. So, and this is something I recently found out. I didn't even know. Ezra Miller wasn't really on my radar that much, even with being in Fantastic Beasts and in The Flash and kind of like some other little small roles that I've seen him in. I wasn't a big person to where it's like, I'm going to look up things about him. So learning this is just like, wow, okay, that makes sense that he is this type of person and that this happened. And even if alcohol is involved with what his background entails, it's like, yeah, he may not be that type of a nice person that he can give off. I mean, I don't know, like he just, I don't know, it's really surprising. But in any case, no one should put their hands on a female. I grew up with my mom, and she was a person of abuse. I wasn't around when this was happening, but she was abused or whatever, and she's always told me and my brothers, I have two older brothers, and she's always told us never to put your hands on a female. And I've kept that. Never put my hands on a female, never did anything of that nature. Don't get me wrong, females did push you to the point where I was like, I wanna, but I keep my anger in check. But like I said, there is no reason to put your hands on a female. And it's not too much that came out about this whole situation. You got reports of the night, people coming out and saying that, it was just an altercation and blah, blah, blah. and that, you know, the fans were pushy. It's like it's really no full details, at least that I found, as to why it happened. Like, were they saying something offensive? Were the fans drunk as well? Was it just that Ezra Miller was really drunk and he didn't want to be bothered and he felt some type of way and then it happened? Like, there is multiple ways that could have pushed this incident to happen. Not saying that it was justified, but there are other reasons. Like, both parties could have been drunk. One party could have been drunk and the other party sober, or sober enough to where, you know, it's just the situation just kind of got lost control of. And it's like, it begs the question, what happens now? What is Warner Brothers going to do with it? Because he's a part of two franchises, Fantastic Beasts, as well as the DC franchise, the DCEU, which I like to call the BVS universe. But, you know, what are they going to do with him? And are they going to fire him? Because I know a lot of people are petitioning, saying that, like, take him off of Flash and Fantastic Beasts, do away with him, castrate him, shun him. And I don't think that that's really going to happen. My views of Ezra Miller, like, I haven't been a big fan. Let's just put it out there. I haven't been a big fan of Ezra Miller. I did like him up in, you know, the BVS universe as Flash. You know, I did like him there. I wasn't over the moon, and I liked him better in Fantastic Beasts, but, you know, whatever. So I'm not here to say that, like, not here to defend him. I'm not here to go against him. But whatever Warner Brothers does, you know, I'm okay with. He wasn't like, it's just whatever a person does, that's what they do. I don't condone it. You know, I'm not behind it. I'm not going to support him or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think that Warner Brothers is going to really do anything. They might do something. I don't think that they will, because first of all, it wasn't nothing crazy like him actually beating up a woman. I mean, Johnny Depp was in a situation where Amber Heard basically accused him of domestic abuse. And you see that they put him up in Fantastic Beasts, you know, and he's getting jobs now and all that stuff. So it's like, I feel like if it's to that point, what are they going to do? I feel like they're not going to get rid of him. They're going to keep going forward with these BVS universe. If Flash is in another movie, he's going to be, you know, in another movie. If they're going to have another Fantastic Beasts, which they are planning on, he's going to be in there. And it may be kind of hard to get him to get certain jobs, but I feel like after a while, this is going to be behind us, and it's going to be something different, hopefully done with him and just his personal life, to where an incident or incidents like this won't happen. Hopefully that is the case, but I don't think that Warner Brothers is going to get rid of him. No matter how many petitions people put out, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that he's going to keep going forward and all this stuff. Hopefully he puts out an apology and everybody looks past it. If not, then, you know, I'm okay with it. I'm not a person that's going to be super mad if Ezra Miller is going to be a Flash again, or if he's not going to be, what's his name from Fantastic Beasts, but Cretans. I know it was like a weird-ass name, but, you know, I'm just not going to be that. And let me reiterate what I said before. I do not condone hitting of women, abuse of women, children, whatever. I don't condone that. But with that said, it's kind of like a hard place. I mean, if you're against him, then I guess it seems like you're on the right side or whatever. But if you're for him, then you're condoning that. And it's just, I kind of stay away. I'm just seeing what happens. But yeah, it is a crazy situation. I would have never thought that this would be him. I wanted to believe that it was somebody else and they thought it was him. But hey, I mean, some people, you just don't know who they are. No matter how they portray themselves in public or, you know, on camera and this and that. Behind the scenes, it's a totally different story. Or just behind closed doors is a totally different story. And hopefully this has a shining light at the end of it.